Okay, you've got to see this. This is just a quick demonstration of Desmos, which is an free online graphing utility. So I'm at, no, don't move that. Don't move that either. I'm trying to move me. There I am. So I'm at desmos.com/calculator. I'm going to strangle this software in a second. Really? Look, the blue box. See, I'm highlighted, but I'm not moving. Get up there. Snap to grid. Alright, I don't need my tabs. Great. So here I am at Desmos, and I've already typed in some equations over here on the left. This first equation is my function f of x. This middle equation, the 0.4, is the limit that my function is approaching as my x value approaches what? As my x value approaches 1. And the epsilon value that was given to me for this delta epsilon proof was 0.1. So I've started it vertically at 0.4, and then I'm going to go down 0.1 and up 0.1. I should really have these trade places, shouldn't I? Okay, let's not. It ain't broke. Let's not try to fix it. And good, that's not getting in the way of anything. Now I can fix it because I'm neurotic like that. There we go. So this is capital L, which is what my limit is approaching as x approaches positive 1. My epsilon value is 0.1, so I've gone up 0.1 and down 0.1, and now I want to know or try to figure out what is my delta value that's going to keep my y values in this range that goes from 0.3 to 0.5. So I take my cursor over, and I don't think you can see my cursor, unfortunately. The software is supposed to be capturing my cursor, but it's not working so well. But I'm just hovering my cursor over about the middle of the graph, and on my touchpad I'm pulling back with 2 fingers, and that's helping me zoom in. And then I'm just like left clicking and kind of holding down in order to slide the graph over a little bit. And what I'm trying to get on screen are the points of intersection between my original graph, this sort of rust-colored one, and my 3 horizontal lines. And I don't actually need all 3 horizontal lines. I really only need the upper and lower ones. I just put 0.4 in there sort of as a reference value because that's actually capital L. Can we turn that off? Yeah. So I turned it off by clicking on that green squiggle to the left of where it says y equals 0.4. I just click on that green mark and it turns off my graph. Okay, here's where it gets great. So I've typed all this in already. I'm going to come over here and just click on the rust-colored line, or curve rather, that represents my original function. And when I click on it, you can see some gray dots appear. There is one of them's right here, and look, when I hover my cursor over it, it tells me the coordinates of that point, and if I click on it, it holds that value there. And then I bring my cursor over to where my rust-colored curve is intersecting my purple horizontal line. I hover there, and the 2, 0.5 pops up. I click, it pegs it there. Now I know the 2 x coordinates that go along with those 2 y values that represent my vertical constraints because of the plus or minus epsilon. And I know that I need to calculate the difference between 0.667 and my lowercase a value of 1, because this is the limit as x approaches 1. So I need that distance, and then I need the distance from that same lowercase a value of 1 over to an x coordinate of 2, which is where my intersection happens with my y equals 0.5 line. And then I calculate the differences between 1 and those 2 x coordinates. I choose the lesser of those 2 differences, and I've got my delta value. This is a really nice interface, right? Just going over and clicking on those points. You want to get some x values right quick, desmos.com, have at it. If you're watching this video, you've got access to this. And I think that if you create an account, you could conceivably save these this entire graphing series if you wanted to. I don't ever really play around in here, but you might be able to change like the thickness of the lines. You can change the colors and stuff. Anyway, a little introduction to Desmos. Now get me out of here.